Okay, that's a little interesting start. So, just now, if you want to orientate a little, just feel your body, maybe, your position, yeah? Maybe the feeling inside. And the way we do it in a somatic, look around a little in the surround and see what's happened for you. So just feel how your position, how your feet are on the ground. Maybe for a short moment orient to your breath. Yeah. And then look around and see around yourself. And what with result we mean something which do you good, we keep you more to yourself, bring you more to yourself, where you make you maybe feel more joy or security. So like the opposite of a trauma energy in reality. We really care for resource in the somatic, that's true. Yeah? And this resource can be in reality anything which touch you in a way from will make you more going to yourself, or you make quiet, and will make you less oriented to what's wrong. We help you not to jump too quick in the center of the trauma. That's maybe the reason why we use them. Yeah? Because if you just stay in the trauma inside, in the energy of the trauma, you will just meet traumatic energy. So you need something which is out of it, where you can begin to regulate and not to go too quick in it, in the middle of it. The difference is that you have a little more choice. Yeah? You have a choice or to orient yourself to the traumatic part, we call it a traumatic vortex, yeah? Or to orient yourself to something will not overwhelm you. So, because the trauma will overwhelm you, or have overwhelmed you, so you need to begin to have a step out, which is more stable. So maybe the oriented to resource will help you not to jump too quick in, to can look the trauma energy from outside more than inside, yeah? And also to change your body feeling, your activation. So it will slow down your activation. It will make you feel better, for sure. Yeah? And it will allow you after to maybe start to work with the traumatic experience. I think this is a key for the somatic experiencing. The key is the trauma is not in the story, but in your nervous system. So in the energy we hold in your system, not only the nervous system, but principally we look in the nervous system. The story will put you back in the event, in the trauma, and it will in reality activate your nervous system. If you take the story, you could not heal the energy because she's blocked in your nervous system and not in the story. The story belongs to the past. Yeah? So what we want is to put a person in here and now to can deal differently or maybe finish things we are not finished around the trauma story. Your nervous system have programs and reflex how to deal with the survival moment. So in reality, around this place you have a lot of energy which is stuck in your nervous system because maybe we have two reflex in two reaction or possibility when you meet a survival moment, or you fly, yeah? Or you will fight. But if you cannot fly nor fight, you go in immobility and you try to slow everything down, yeah, to survive always survival. But the energy is still in your body. So if you go back to work on a trauma, you have to go very slow and take just a little piece. Because if you meet all this energy, you will go back again in an overwhelming. The natural way how the nervous system will deal with the traumatic energy will be to pendulate. Yeah? It will go through activation and it will back to deactivation. And normally it will do it itself. But if not, if this is not happen, it's still in your body, so we have the tendency to encourage the nervous system to do the same. Yeah? So between something will activate you and between something which is more resourcing you, will give you more feeling of security, of safety. Yeah? You go between these two vortex, we name it, these two kind of vortex. Yeah? And it will help the nervous system to discharge. Yeah? And the same, we take a little part of it, step by step. When the energy begins to change, you will experience like a discharge. So the discharge will be many times like a little trembling, or maybe not, but a feeling like a little trembling. But it could be also a strong trembling, yeah? Like the animal will do when she will go out of an immobility. Yeah? So, and after, what you need really is an integration of the experience. So it's not only just discharging, you need to reorganize, to help the system to reorganize itself, the nervous system. So this most of the time in the somatic we will do it in a relationship. Yeah? We will take time to talk together, to feel together, yeah? To come in a space where you feel very safe, or maybe the thing go more slow. So you have two things important in that. You have the discharge, which is important because it was a big charge, yeah? But you have the integration after. We need time to feel, to help the nervous system to find this new equilibrium and be stable with that. The relationship is always central. Yeah? First we start with relationship, and what we want really that in the field between the therapist and the client, there is a feeling of safety and the feeling of trust. So first we try to establish a relationship where there is safety and trust. Yeah? And the regulation from going to this activation, going to the resource, will be regulated with the relationship. The relationship has to be very human, because trauma is very human thing. Yeah? And many times you feel lost in your human being, because you are defined suddenly to energy with more survival and not really art or creativity. So you have, most of the people have to protect themselves from what's happening inside. So the quality is really to meet this human being who are suffering in reality, need a lot of help. That will be maybe the fourth quality. Yeah. It has to be always, like every therapy, non-judgmental. You need also compassion, definitely. Yeah? And of course, a lot of understanding about the trauma work. Yeah? Because in reality, the somatic experiencing have a very big advantage. It's a very simple way to work with trauma, but it's incredibly efficient. And all the problem is how you guide the people around this activation. And now you can help that the system can find a new equilibrium or deactivate and integrate in the body. So somatic experiencing is a body work. It has to happen in the body. You have to embody the experience. that something changed in your nervous system. In a somatic experience, we look at the coherence as something which is always there in your body and who know what it will be the best to be with what's happened. So a tendency in the body to find the best way to be with what is. Coherence is what in your body is intelligent who know more, who know about what to do with what is there. So we know the healing way in reality of your system. So we know the best way for the equilibrium. That's the way we use the coherence. So when you will touch a body in the somatic, you can feel system is not in coherence, it's in disequilibrium, yeah? But you will not do the coherence, you will not give coherence, you will let the coherence coming up from the body. So this principle who knows how the thing should do, like the intelligence is the healing intelligence in your body, maybe you can maybe call it like that. Yeah. And this one we want to connect. Yeah. And in the somatic, the coherence will be many times installed first in a relationship way, yeah, and also with a touch. Yeah. It's like it to meet this intelligence who know, and we can bring a new equilibrium. In the somatic experiencing training, we cut the training in 3 parts. Yeah? The first part, you will learn everything about the basic skill. So the basic skill will be how to meet just this activation, how to work with activation. Yeah? So modulation, with orientation, with trying how to slow down this energy which goes too quick. So we learn try to learn very quick skill to can be an accompaniment activation in the body. The second part of the training will be the second year in reality. We'll go for the different category of the trauma and how to work them with the skill you learned in the first part. So we go to different categories like fall, accident, sexual abuse, or natural catastrophe, natural things. So that will be also the first part, how to deal with the different category of trauma. But the third part, and that's where we go maybe to this coherence, it's going to how to work with multiple trauma. And with what in the phenomena of the body will be more the syndrome. Yeah? And from this part, we will use this skill, which you call coherence, which is how to put back in the nervous system, which is really dysfunctional, a drop of coherence to have a new orientation. Our coherence will be like to give possibility of something which is really stuck, and this nervous system is stuck. In the multiple trauma, you have high parasympathetic and high sympathicus together. So there is no rest in reality in the and with the coherence we try to give a little space where the energy which is blocked can begin to move a little and find really a little more possibility to change something in a good way. That will be the coherence in reality. You want to put maybe on the beginning a drop of coherence. Yeah. And this will happen with in reality another in the relationship, because our nervous system will resonate with the nervous system of the other person. So that's the key of the coherence. The body of the person is now in a really dysfunctional, and he finds not anyways a way to change it. So you need another system, nervous system, which have more coherence to can change and give a change in the nervous system of the client. I am nearly a big part of my life. I am a therapist. So I have worked with many people, many different. It was also in some psychological practice, some body work, many things. And I remember in the beginning, I don't have all this skill of somatic experiencing and working with trauma. And I must say really now, I will not imagine to work in a way, therapeutic way, without knowing about trauma. That will be what I would like to encourage people to come to the training, because with this skill, it changes your praxis. It changes your relationship to the client, and it makes you, in reality, much easier to work with your client. Yeah. So it's a big help. Now, probably people can catch this and learn somatic experiencing from Peter Levine. I think is one of the best therapy for the world.